Shaq
is awesome.
You're crazy. You're crazy, Shaq. I love that. Well, we asked you guys for your favorite rivalry. We have a few responses here. Eagles-Giants is really more of a rivalry, but Eagles fans versus Cowboys is a different story. And notice he says Eagles fans versus the Cowboys. that is 100% true. Jake says, to be honest, every game in the NFC East is a rivalry game. I was thinking that the other night when we were watching Redskins and Cowboys. Just the old school, it just felt like an old uniform matchup. Just seeing them together just brought me back to my childhood.
There you go.
Garofalo.
Not that far away, Colleen. Yes.
Garofalo, favorite all-time rivalry?
Eagles-Giants. Whoever just tweeted that, I wasn't looking up. I was making my notes here because there's just so many moments in this rivalry. It just always seems like, even if it's a game that's kind of sort of out of hand, there's a hook to it. There's a 12-sack game from the Giants. OCU Minora had 6 of them against Winston Justice. You saw that Plexico Burris catch. That was an overtime game that began with David Akers. You got that too. David Akers jumping into somebody on the sideline after a kickoff. Started a little bit of a brawl. December 19th, 2010, I was covering the Giants for the New York Star-Ledger, and they were up 21 points. And Twitter, this new medium that was starting back then, I tweeted, I remember, I said, okay, now that the Giants have this one wrapped up, let's look ahead to the rest of the season. And no sooner did I hit send on that tweet, but the comeback started.
Is that the Deshaun Jackson?
That is the Deshaun Jackson miracle at the Meadowlands 2. And the record in this
so really
series.
You started that.
86. It's my dude. I got blamed by so many Giants fans after that. They still come after me to this day. 86, 85, and 2. It's just, you know, it's an entertaining rivalry. There's always moments, and it's always hotly contested.
I love that one. What about you, D'Angelo?
I mean, because I grew up a Redskins fan, and so I was able to see this rivalry from a child to even playing in the NFL and being on a different team and still watching it and then being able to be a part of it. That's Cowboys, Redskins, of course. Yeah, and like I said, I grew up hating the Cowboys. You know, I don't think a lot of people know this, but I secretly rooted for him a little bit just because I like Deion Sanders. And so when Deion left, I was completely out. I was out on Dallas at that point. But I liked him a little bit, but I love Darryl Green as well. You know, great DB play. So I've always been a Redskins fan since I was a little kid. And this rivalry, man, like, we really don't like them. I mean, it was a point. Dez is going to be mad at me if he's watching this show. But it was a point last year where I wasn't even playing. And so I saw Dez before the game. And I'm not a change jerseys kind of guy, but I told Dez before the game, hey, look, man, I respect you. Let's trade jerseys. All right, cool. Little did I know, Swearinger, Jay No, Rashad Breeland, the game was the game. And you know how the game goes. The punches throwing, they going back and forth. And so I go to find Dez after the game.
He ain't want no parts.
Boy, he done took off. Like the coyote, man. Dez was in the locker room, sent somebody else to tell me, hey, man, I'm going to pass your jersey to you. I'm like, Dez, where you at? But that's how you know it's a rivalry. Because even though you got a jersey exchange worked out in the pregame, the guy you once are going to exchange your jersey with, running in the locker room because your other teammates want to fight him.
So
that's
he
how
had
you know it's a rivalry.
somebody send the jersey out to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's jacked up. I know for me, guys, I'm not huge on rivalry games. I grew up in the same area you grew up in, bro. So watching that Washington Redskins, Dallas Cowboy rivalry was amazing. But I did participate in the Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers.
Which was hot.
It was good. It was hot for a second, man.
Long enough, man.
It was, man. But see, I was a captain for both teams. I was a captain for the San Francisco 49ers. A week later, I played in Seattle against the San Francisco 49ers, which was a little weird for me.
So you bring a really good perspective, very unique perspective.
I don't think it was that much of a rivalry. I think these were, to me, two mirror images of each other. They both had college head coaches that had a lot of energy and built their team off young guys and high energy guys, and they ran the you-know-what out of the football and played tough defense. I mean, we were mirror images of each other.
Rivalry, man?
Well, because
be proud of that.
Well, because again, I was a captain on both teams, so I have a little bit of perspective. And I used to always tell guys like Sherm, bro, if we all get in a room together, you and Michael Crabtree would be homies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what makes it great. You understand? Like, that's just the fact.
No, it doesn't. To me, what makes it great is that if we were in a room together, we go throw some hands.
Still throw.
You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. We getting at each other.
I just want to throw in there Steelers and Bengals.
Yes.
Like, my favorite was Eagles-Giants. So that's the best thing growing up. But I know you stole it. But Steelers-Bengals, that 2015 AFC, the wild card game in the playoffs was so wild. You had Mike Munchak pulling Reggie Nelson's dreads, and you had Joey Porter, John at Pac-Man Jones. There were like 300 penalty flags in that game.
Put those guys in a room. I don't think they're going to.
That's a real rivalry.
That works as a rivalry.
Yeah, that's a real rivalry.
All right.
All right, keep sending in your tweets for those rivalries at #GMFB. But now